Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta...
Hey, what's up, YouTube friends and fam? It's your cousin Ryan, and this is the final addition to our travel vlog for our most recent trip to Southern California. I had mentioned at the start of the travel vlog that we had used this GoPro with an external mic and got no audio from anything we shot with the camera. Worked before the trip, it works now. Don't know what the problem is. We'll worry about that later. I might do a video talking about it at some point in the future. But the most frustrating part of that was this video I'm about to share with you guys that has absolutely no audio to it, so I'm going to talk over it a little bit. We went and saw the abandoned firehouse in LA that was used for all the interior shots of Ghostbusters headquarters in both Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Super cool to actually be there. I'd seen pictures of this place online over the years and just wanted to go see it for ourselves. One thing I thought was kind of funny or interesting when we were looking for the address for this firehouse, I've always heard of Skid Row as kind of a generic term to describe a less than desirable neighborhood like a ghetto or whatever. However, this particular neighborhood on Google Maps that this firehouse is in is actually called Skid Row. I kind of chuckled at it. I thought it was kind of funny that, you know, I just thought it was a generic term, and here the actual neighborhood that this is in is called Skid Row. I don't know if it was Skid Row first and then that was adapted to describe other neighborhoods, or if other neighborhoods were really bad and they figured this is the worst, so let's call it Skid Row. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play the video here and talk a little bit about what we're looking at. You can see the firehouse there in the background. Yeah, so all the interior shots, anytime you see the Ghostbusters inside the firehouse in New York, this is actually where they're at. This is the surrounding neighborhood to where, you know, what was outside the windows you see in the background. That doorway, that's where Dana Barrett walked through to meet the Ghostbusters for the first time. I do remember as a kid, though, seeing Ghostbusters 2 and noticing when the Ecto-1A pulls out and Lewis, Rick Moranis, chases the car, if you look through the doorway, it's not the same interior that we see in the rest of the movie. Now, as a kid, I thought, well, maybe they've just moved back in. There's some construction after the containment unit blew up. Maybe that's why it doesn't match. I wasn't sure. But the truth of the matter is it's two totally separate buildings. And in fact, if you look at Ghostbusters 1, when the Ecto-1 pulls out for the first time, it's a little foggy, a little smoky, and I think that was used, actually I'm sure that was probably used to mask the fact that it was two different buildings. I know this firehouse has been used, oh, here you can kind of see the surrounding neighborhood, what else is around there. I know when we were down there, it felt a little bit rougher than I think it is. Like looking at this video now, it doesn't look quite so bad. In fact, I wish we would have walked up that little ramp there to the right, and maybe we could have seen in some of the side windows or something. Who knows? Maybe we'll go back down here again and take a look around some more in the future, and maybe luck out and somebody will be there that either owns or manages the property and we can get in and see inside. Oh, what I started to say, though, is that I know that building was used in some TV shows and some other movies. The first one that comes to mind immediately was The Mask, when Jim Carrey went to the mechanic for his car. The mechanic shop was inside there, and you can definitely recognize the interior of the building from Ghostbusters. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. It was a lot of fun to go down there and see that, though, and I'm, again, super disappointed and apologize for the lack of the audio. I'm sure the stuff we talked about at that time was a little more poignant than what I'm rambling on about now. But that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on our trip down there and checking out our videos that we filmed. And with that being said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.